worked with TV1 for a while now. I was doing a show with them called TV1 Access for a couple of years, and what they've been able to do in a short period of time, I mean, the network is about 6 years old, is just really extraordinary. And I'm just really proud that we're their first scripted show, that they're taking that leap with us and actually trusting us to do it. I think the way that the creator of the show, Bentley Evans, went about getting it done, and he produced the first 4 episodes, or first 4 pilot episodes independently. That makes for a lot of freedom. I don't have brothers. I have 2 little sisters, and I've never had a brother. So we were talking about this before. Yeah. There are times where during the scenes, I'll actually ask Alfonso, like, can I just twist your ear? Like, is that what your sister would do? Yeah. Can I? Is it okay if I punch you in the gut?
What about the cheek?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
So it's that energy is already there.
Okay. So you guys get to play around a little bit on set and have fun with the characters.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And now, Tatyana, for your character, I mean, she's at this point where she is making a change in her life. And, I mean, in a way, do you feel like you can relate to that because you went from being a child star to an adult actor?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I understand. There are a lot of things that are different about her and I and the way we go about things, but that feeling of just kind of starting over, starting fresh, and wanting everything to be perfect, I think is really universal. And that's also part of the conflict that she has with her brother, because in that pilot episode, she got her settlement. It wasn't a crazy amount, but she was able to get her condo, and he is like a blemish on the perfect couch, white couch that she just bought.
The Corinthian leather.
Exactly. So what's going on with that? I think that what I like about this story is that the unexpected always happens to her. So, she thinks she's being independent. She thinks she's going to be on her own and that she can do it all on her own. And lo and behold, as life would have it, she ends up working for her father. And his real
Everyone
estate
needs a little help.
And that's the way life is. You think you have to go through things on your own, and you think things have to be perfect. But in fact, they're not always perfect. And the beauty is in the imperfection, and at the end of the day, she has a family of people, her friends, her dad, her brother, who they're there to pick her up when she falls. Because she tries to jump pretty high and usually misses.
You got to be surrounded by love. You have to. So that's why we love that girl.
So is that why she allows her brother to live with her then, to have that support? Do you think? Or?
I think there's a certain percentage of her wanting that, even though she doesn't want it. It's almost like a love-hate thing. Like, I don't want you to live here, but it's kind of like it's almost like I would say maybe there's a small percentage of comfort there that she knows. Yeah. Okay, my brother is here. I'm helping him out. I'm kind of helping his aspirations in his career, drive or whatever, and so I think there's a small percentage of that where she enjoys it as well, even though she hates it and kind of gives this, like, listen, there's a mandate, you have to get out by the 30th.
We haven't gotten into this yet in the show, but we will. They've lost their mother.
Okay.
And so I think that there's that bond that they have as brother and sister when you lose a parent that is just unshakable.
Yeah.
They have their father, but they're definitely taking care of each other. And I don't think she can let her little brother... she wants to kick him out. There are many moments. There's one episode that I really love where...
Yes, she's had it.
She's had it, he's out.
Gets the boo.
But you know what? Like, that's her baby. Mm-hmm. Like, when their mother left, she took care of him. So, he gets away with too much.
And now, the mother not being there is more of a dramatic story. But, the show is a comedy, is a sitcom.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask, what is it about that genre, the comedy genre, that you guys love and that you're proud to be a part of?
I think the thing that I love about it is I love comedy that comes out of, well, they're called situational comedies, but that come out of real life, of sort of real dramatic situations when characters are willing to do whatever it takes to get what they need to get, whether it's love, whatever it is. And So that's what I like about this show, and I like that there are morals to the story. You know, there are tales, and the humor is what makes it accessible, you know, and it's what makes you, if you're watching an episode and you're going through the same thing, this happens, when I watch TV also, you're going through the same thing, when you laugh at these characters, it lifts the burden of what you're going through. That's, I think, the beauty of comedy.
Yeah, I mean, I think I value being part of a comedy because of the simple fact of, like, people remember, you know, they remember comedy, they want to laugh, you know, and it's like, laughter is, it's like a medicine, you know, if I could pull from Proverbs, you know, it's like a medicine. So people, you know, they want to laugh, you know, there's so many, I feel like in society, so many people go through like bitter times or whatever, and they want to get a chance to kind of escape and laugh, you know, and feel a sense of release, if you will.
So will we get to see your character do a stand-up routine on the show?
Yeah,
really?
Actually. Yes.
And how did that go? Did that go well for him?
That was, well, in the episode,
It went a lot of ways.
It went a lot of ways. In the episode, it's a learning mechanism or a learning lesson, if you will. He kind of goes through a kind of a coming of age type scenario where he has to, Latrell, has to kind of learn from his comedic, would you say his tone, you know, and he starts off with finding his voice, and that's what most stand-up comedians do. They have to get on stage and find their voice, find who they are, find the perspective. That's all comedy is perspective, you know, what you talk about. He begins to talk about his family and learns from there that it's very hurtful. Even though it's making other people laugh, it's not doing any good for the people that really love him, you know? And so he learns from that, and it kind of goes from there, you know? He kind of changes his routine, he changes his tone, his perspective, and he learns, you know? He comes to a greater knowledge of what comedy really means in family, and his sister, because she's, you know,
reluctant
the pride and joy of his life.